solutions, education, entertainment, and positivity for our hearts, minds, souls, and community. With your hosts, Eartha Harris, Maylon Butler, Troy Rawlings, and special guest. Let's go. It's the Tight Knit Radio Show, and it starts right.
All right. What's up, Baltimore? It's the Tight Knit Radio. Miss Eartha is not here, but it is her co-host, Katelyn, on the line, and I'm going to be hosting the show today. We have Kent Black in the building, but we're going to do announcements with Lady Leo, so I'm going to pass it over to her.
What's going on, y'all? It's Lady Leo from Modern Influencer here with the updates on what we have going on this week coming up.
Kent Black. We got Kent Black in the house.
Yo.
He is a DMV artist, does alternative music. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I got him on my Instagram and everything, so.
Yeah, what's going on, y'all? Peace and blessings, man. Thank y'all for having me. Blessed to be here. Yeah.
Let's talk about these business cards really quick.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about them.
Like, he straight handed us these free space business cards, and they got a QR code. Like,
yeah, scan that. See where it takes you.
You don't gotta follow his Instagram. He going straight hand to a business card. It's like,
right, we coming a little bit different, right? We coming a little bit different, coming a little professional. You feel me? And yeah, I always try to bring a business card when I'm doing business, or even when I'm just stepping out, because you never know who you might meet or run into when you out, like in the streets or in the public. So it is always good to just be prepared. I know people say that and it sounds like a little cliche to like always be prepared and then you don't have to get ready, or however the saying goes. But yeah, I definitely try to embody that and just be like the things that I say I am or trying to become. So stay prepared, y'all, and you don't have to get ready. I think that's the saying. That's how it goes. Mm-hmm. Stay prepared, you don't have to get ready.
All right,
so yeah,
I'm gonna mess with you for a little bit.
All right, let's do it.
Who is Kent Black? What is Kent Black? Why is your name Kent Black?
Yeah, okay, so this is a very layered and in-depth question, I feel like. So like in action, I'm a practitioner, like I'm a spiritual being, I'm a healer, I work with people, and like spiritually, I feel like I'm designed to help persons, myself included, like come into their power. So that's kind of like what my business is centric to, is like personal development and passion projects. So like people can come to me with their goals or their ambitions or their passions, and I will help them like evolve that and like come into that power. So however you express yourself, whatever your interests are, like whether you're a musician, a performing artist, an entrepreneur, I feel like my skill sets are primarily centric to like evolving people, and I've like come into that understanding over the years and in my adulthood. So that's what I do, but outside of that, I'm a creative of multiple mediums. I do martial arts, I make music, yeah, and yeah, I'm a spiritual being. I'm trying not to sound super cliche, but I do a lot of spiritual work in the community, with myself and the person surrounding. So I feel like people who have worked with me or worked with my company.
And what's your company?
Free Space okay. Collective. It's an organization. I feel like the language is kind of like synonymous, but we're an organization. I provide like resources to artists across mediums, entrepreneurs, performing artists, primarily performing artists and entrepreneurs. So that's kind of like what I work with, is as far as like people in the community and like what my business does. So maybe persons have been to my concerts. I produce concerts, vendor markets, pop-up shops, those kinds of things, for youth and all shapes and sizes, like people people in the community, however you show up. Like if you're a creative of any kind of medium, like that's what my organization is centric to developing.
Okay, so that's
Yeah.
why it's called Free Space.
That's why it's called Free Space. But also, like, it's spelled PHREE, Free Space, because like I'm into nutritional science, and like everything that exists in the world has like a pH, you know, is in
Like a
regards to
pH
like
balance,
chemistry.
like
Yeah, in regards to like the organic chemistry of all living things, everything has like a pH balance. And I know persons are familiar with like homeostasis with our species, but our pH is around like 7.0. So everything that exists has a pH balance. And at Free Space, we're kind of like just giving recognition and restoration to the balance of life. So yeah, I think it's all encompassing, but we're doing spiritual works, we're healing the community, and giving people a place to like show up, evolve themselves, and express themselves, and we're gonna celebrate that.
So where are you primarily?
Well, I've been a professional musician since like 2015, and Free Space really originated from like my need to like
Break away from the norm.
not so much. Like I feel like as an artist, like you're already breaking away from the norm. But as a performing artist, I was just kind of getting exhausted with like having to navigate promoters and fit into a box and do all this like networking that wasn't genuine and like that kind of thing. So I kind of just felt like I had accumulated enough resources and community to just ultimately like produce my own events, you know. And so I did that in 2019. I quit my teaching job because like music was really like competing with my full-time job. Like I was a school teacher, and like I was having to take days off of work to go do shows. I was getting booked for like daytime events, and which was cool because I mean usually you're getting like nighttime events and stuff like that. So getting like a daytime placement was like kind of cool. And then like doing radio press and stuff like that, having to travel, having to call and get like substitutes to cover my classroom. And I was like, oh man, like this is actually competing. It's not just in my ego. So I yeah, kind of was like gearing up, mentally preparing to like walk away from full-time employment and pursue like music full-time. And I haven't looked back since. I produced my first show in 2020, January 11th, 2020. And that was the first Free Space event. And I was just like booking my friends or like in the artists who I'm sure people are familiar with in the DMV.
You can shout them out.
Yeah. All right, let me see who was on that lineup. I know I feel like Jazzo Jams was on there. It's Jazzo. She was on that lineup. Hey Tice. Jazzo's she's a performing artist, and Tice he's a poet. And I can't really remember who was on that. That was like 5 years ago almost, but it was a blessing. Like
with Clear Conscience.
Yeah, Clear.
Chief,
Yeah, Chief. That's my people's. Yeah.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to the family, man. Shout out to Break Free Sound. Since we're on the topic of Clear and Elective, Clear was like, he was a really big inspiration for me to start Free Space, because I would go to his events. It was called The Cleanse, and him and Chief was organizing that event in Baltimore. And yeah, I was going to that for a couple years, and I feel like spiritually, like he kind of like passed the torch to me, because when they discontinued The Cleanse for their own like mental spiritual reasons, I still needed that space. Like, right. It's the truth. Like, I still needed that space, and I know a lot of other people felt the same way. And so that was definitely a big part of why I wanted to like lean into creating free space. And it's crazy because that was, I don't know, that was in like 2017. So I was going to the cleanse for a couple years, and then recently, I mean like earlier this month, I had an event that I curated a showcase as part of this Black vendor market by Status Apparel DC that was at the Anacostia Art Center in DC, and they had like news coverage there. DC News Now was there, and they did like a segment on that event. And I had booked some entertainment. I got part of Free Space is like advocating for artist resources too. Like I provide resources, but I also go to like businesses and other organizations to like get resources for artists and like distribute that amongst the community. So I had advocated for hosting a showcase as part of their like Small Business Saturday vendor market, and they allotted an artist budget, so I was able to put together a showcase that paid the artists, and they didn't have to sell tickets or anything like that. Just show up, perform, and you get some money. And so that was a blessing for sure. And that was our second year doing that. So last year, same thing. This year we were able to run it back. It was a much bigger turnout and bigger blessing this year, and that was like amazing. And we were on the news, and it was really cool.
You know, sometimes you start out with a small crowd.
Yeah.
It grows, and then next thing you know, you probably gonna be like up there like having Uzi jump on your stage. Didn't he just get kicked off somebody's stage?
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised though, because they be wilding.
Wait a minute, we gotta call in.
Okay, yeah, it was good. But yo, real quick though, that was Clear's first event and performance since his hiatus. Like he had taken hiatus since closing the cleanse, and that was his first gig and paid gig since his hiatus at Free Space. So I was like, yo, it's a full circle moment. Like, yeah.
Hold on.
Wanted to put that spirit out in the air because you guys don't know me that well, and I always want to make sure that I shout out the fact that you got young people stepping up. And all we got to do is give y'all guys an opportunity. And also, I like the fact that, like you said, you guys got a lot to talk about. And we need to hear from you. And we need to hear in a form of solutions and opportunities. And that's what Tight Knit is about. And guess what? I'm such good on technology. My phone is broke. But I didn't stop there. I had my daughter do a three-way because, I don't know, my screen went black on me, guys. I don't know what's the problem. Probably FBI keep listening.
She probably dropped it in the pool on the cruise, y'all. She dropped it in the jacuzzi. Put it in some rice, Miss Eartha. Put it in a bag of rice, and we get right with you.
I need it. I didn't have any rice. Somebody told me that. I need to put it in some rice, okay? Is it too late to still put it in some rice when I get back home?
It's probably not too late, but I would look for a new phone in the meantime.
Is it too late? I have to go get another phone.
It's not too late to try.
Hello, is I'm still there?
Yeah, you still here.
It's not too late to try.
No, we was thinking like
we were like, oh, that phone gone.
You told me your phone was broke, and I was just. You said you dropped it in the water, so I was like, ugh.
This is the crazy part. I did not drop it in the water. I think I had it in one of those plastic cases that's supposed to be waterproof. But what I did is I took it out of the case, of the waterproof case, and I think the waterproof case got wet, and then I had nerve to stick my phone inside a waterproof case that had water in it, so I didn't know it.
You need to go get your money back.
I always like that thing that they say things happen for a reason. I do want a new phone. I was just debating with my daughter because, again, I'm trying to hang out with you young folks. So my daughter is trying to make me get the iPhone, and I do still like the Android phone. Because to me, it's like a computer. Maybe I'm just old folks, and I just look at it like, I like it, you know. So we might have to have that debate. iPhones versus versus Android?
I mean,
I'm team iPhone. I'm
I was
sorry.
about to say,
I'm team
iPhone.
iPhone.
I know people with Androids, but like you hand me an Android, I'm gonna look at it like,
I'm like, are you okay?
like how do you
mentally,
get through the
spiritually,
pictures?
are you doing okay?
Okay, so that's gonna be
Hear his song, shot me down, shot me down.
Shoot me down.
Shoot me
Yeah, I
down,
brought
shoot
some
me down.
music for y'all to
Yup,
tap
yup,
in
we're
with
gonna
today.
tap into that
I make like indie rock, punk, grunge type music. So I brought 2 tracks for y'all to hear off of a new project that I'm soon to be releasing in 2025.
Got one.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Well, whichever one. Okay, yeah, that's cool. So this track is called Shoot Me Down. It's the first track off this project. So yeah, I want y'all to tap in with that, get educated. Yeah.
I feel it. Like I've been in places like that. Like they're like, you really led me on and shot me down. Like I had really high expectations for you. Like,
Yeah.
that's why I picked this song. Like I like the other song, but this one it was like darn. Like I kept playing it. Like even when I was getting it in wrong, I kept just playing it over and over again. I'm just in the bathroom dancing to it, in my room dancing to it. I'm like,
That's fire.
You let
That's
me
fire.
on and shot me down. Like why would you do that? Like now I'm mad. Like why would you play with my emotions like that? Like why would you do that?
I'm really a sad boy at heart. So a lot of my music will kind of like portray like a story,
Mhm.
you know, or personify like some kind of story or romantic engagement that didn't work out or something like that. Or just like, yeah, some of my heavier music is definitely centric, like the context of it is like centric to like my frustrations in the industry. But like some of my more like melodic, like smoother music is gonna be kind of like about my like relationship engagements and like that kind of stuff. So I kind of like bounce between those 2 pieces of context in my music, because before I was doing like R&B, and that was like really centric to like romance and like that kind of stuff. So I feel like now that I'm doing like more like indie, punk, alternative music, like I can talk about a little bit more stuff, which is cool. And also not like, I feel like the music kind of like prompts a certain context of the music too. So it is nice just to have like a different kind of outlet to like talk my stuff, you know.
But you said this is from your recent project, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be released in 2025. That single actually. I'm not gonna drop the whole project yet because I still want to give people like a little, like I just want to give them like a taste, like a teaser, and something to look forward to, just to like acclimate themselves with my new sound. Because I feel like my supporters or like people that follow my music, I don't like to say fans, but like fans or whatever, know me from doing like R&B, because I've been doing R&B.
What do you call your fans? Little blacks? You know, like, you got the
Dang, I don't have a name for my fans yet. I just call them family with a PH. Like that's family for sure.
Okay.
And yeah, so is that, but they know me like doing R&B because I kind of built my career around like R&B, neo soul. Like I was a neo soul R&B artist for like from like 2014 to 2020, like the 2020. So it was like 5-6 years of that. And then I've been doing like more indie rock. I did like a one-man punk band kind of thing for a couple years, and then now I'm doing like yeah, this sound, which is Alt Bay. That's the name of the project. It's like Alt Bay, like alternative Bay. So yeah, that project's on that Alt Bay tape.
Did somebody lead you on and shoot you down when you made that song?
Well, I have like a rekindling relationship with my child's mother, and we're like navigating that. So it was like a lot of that project is just like about that dynamic. And yeah, I don't know. It's like we're finding our way back to each other is the truth. But it's a blessing, and I wouldn't have that project without her, without experiencing her. So it's definitely, thanks, girl.
It's a
Thank you, girl. I love you.
Or you gotta sweeten it up, cause she probably like.
Yeah,
She
nah,
ready to-
we cool. That's
Did
my
you
girl,
just
for
diss
real.
me?
She don't like none of the songs on their project. The songs are fire, but she just knows they're about her, so it's like hard to like
That's
appreciate it. Where you're
love.
like,
That's love.
Right.
you know, like it's like a love-hate thing, but for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry to her, but I definitely felt that you led me on and shot me down, because you know I've been through
Yeah,
situations like that where it's like
for sure.
what is that saying? Like, you chose me and
Right.
you fumbled me. Like, how?
Like, I'm the bag. Like, we're both the bag, but I'm the bag, bro. Like, for resources for artists and entrepreneurs. So, you know, in addition to my own ventures, you know, if I'm putting together an event or supporting an event, I'm gonna, you know, advocate for those resources for artists and myself. And then, you know, when I acquire them, I'll put together an event of sorts to redistribute them. And that's kind of what we've been doing for the past 5 years. And yeah, it's been a blessing. We just had an event I was speaking on earlier this month. It was a small business Saturday event curated by Status Apparel DC, and they curate that at the Anacostia Arts Center once a year. And we had advocated for providing an open mic, performing arts open mic, in addition to their vendor market. And so yeah, I was able to advocate for artist resources, an acute budget to pay artists to come showcase their works across mediums. And we produced a show, like a showcase it was like a 4-hour performing arts showcase. The event was 6 hours, so it was like us in addition to the vendors. And I curated and hosted that show. We had coverage from DC News Now. They came and did a segment on the event, and we were on the news, so that was really cool. And yeah, we were able to pay some artists to come perform, and it was a blessing. We had talked about it earlier, actually. It was like it was really cool. It was a full circle moment.
And shout out to him in Free Space. Make sure y'all check out House of Chiefs at 4603 York Road with the bomb-tail Jamaican food in the front. I almost cursed. That's how good it is.
Yeah, no, you won't get an apology. I might talk my pop, like you getting all of this. That wanna fall in love, but she acting too tough for me. She said she would be my down for real, I just ain't feeling it. It was a little taste of all your love, but you led me on and shut me down.
Conversation does not stop here. Join us at the Tabba Tight Knit Cafe, 4603 York Road, Baltimore, Maryland, 21212. Also, get connected and stay connected. For more information, call 443-655-7198.